Hey y'all, 4 o'clock on Central Time on the clock, and you're with Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery in beautiful downtown historic Algiers Point, New Orleans, Louisiana. I'm Mark. I own the studio along with my wife Brenda, and we're going to do some glass blowing today. So let's start with what we did last week. What is that?
Thursday, yeah.
Thursday, we did a wave vase. So that's a wave vase. Remember the poles and the nice arch of the lip there form the wave. Today we are going to do an atomizer. We haven't done one of those today. I mean, we haven't done one of those on the live yet. And they're really functional. These fixtures I get actually from Germany. So they're very well made. They don't fall apart. They're actually gold plated. They're really nice. They're actually the best atomizer parts that I could find in the world. So that's what we use on our atomizers. If you are new, hello, welcome. And if you're new, please sign in on the comments just saying, first time viewer, and we'd love to have you. If you have any questions, just put them in your comments, and the voice behind the camera, who is Darcy, will relay that question to me. And if you're on a watch party, I can't see your questions, so stick on ours, and if you have any questions. So anyway, the atomizer actually, it's small, but it's 2 gathers, and then I do what's called a gathered foot on it, where I get another little bit of glass out of the furnace at the end of the piece to make the foot. So first thing when I'm making an atomizer, well, hydrate time. First thing I do is, because we put these collars on the neck, I have to measure that. So I have these calipers. I'm measuring the inside of the cap, and that'll give me the outside measurement of the glass. So it has to be correct for this to fit on. We can grind it down to fit, but it's best that we make it fit the first time. So let's go over the furnace and get some glass.
So Barry and Bobby have checked in.
Barry has nowhere to go.
He's snowed in.
Barry, how many inches there?
And then Barry was asking, what about the lamp?
The lamp I have not gotten the marble base for. I ordered a piece of marble that's already drilled, so we put the wire through and everything. It's coming. Hopefully we'll get it tomorrow.
Woohoo! Oh, looks like we're back.
And we're back. I don't know. It's all these. Everything's up through the air, so you don't know really what is wrong if you get disconnected. It's not like a plug is pulled, or
Well, they've been working on the Energy's been out there working all day in the neighborhood.
So who knows?
And they may have messed something up with the.
Don't know. Anyway, for the lamp, as I was saying, as soon as the marble's in, we'll wire it up, put it together, and I'll show you all when that happens. Believe me, I want to see it as badly as y'all want to. So, this is the furnace, and in the furnace is a ceramic bowl called a crucible, and the crucible holds the glass, the molten glass. It's 2,050 degrees inside there, and that's what keeps the glass as a liquid. The first layer, every layer is called a gather because you're gathering onto the blowpipe. So I'm going to get my first gather. It's going to be a small gather because the piece is kind of small. And then I'm going to blow a little bubble in it back over here. And I'm going to do what's called an air trap. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to smooth this out. And then blow into the piece, into the pipe, put my finger over the end, and we'll watch for a little bubble to, there it is, to appear. And that's my starter.
That one moved fast.
Yeah. So now I have to let this cool off. And we'll support the next layer of glass going on. So I'm waiting for the color to disappear from the end of the pipe. And the atomizer that I'm going to be making is a gold and white atomizer. So,
Erin made it back. She said, hey, haven't been on in a while.
Who's that?
Erin.
Hello. So today actually here is what? Maybe 60 degrees today?
I think last time I looked it was like 54.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. I had to run and get my sweater.
Sun's out. This morning actually when I got in my car it was 39 degrees in my car. It's like, no. I know you people up north, yeah, start putting down your totals and your and your wind chill and see who's got the worst situation, I guess.
I mean, I had to put a whole hoodie on.
I know. My heavy hoodie on today. All right, we'll go get another layer of glass and then into the color.
So Leslie Dupuis is saying hey, she made it.
Hello.
And Erin said that she loves her ornament. It made it to North Carolina.
Wonderful. It should. We pack really well. Or Darcy packs really well.
Yeah. Brenda too.
Alright, so that's my second layer of glass, my second gather.
Barry said it's 33, but it feels like 32.
How many inches of snow? So I'm putting the color on. And I'm going to feather it with the ice pick after I heat the whole thing up.
Erin said she had 4 layers on top when she went shopping earlier.
Who's that?
Erin. But the thing is, you were able to go shopping earlier. I don't think Barry could do that. Bobby said it's hoodie and leather jacket. It's 48 degrees. Yeah, Erin said they're 44, feels like 38.
I don't know, anything under 40 here feels cold.
Yeah. It was like 37 when I got up this morning and had to walk Lila. That was cold. I made my dog wear a jacket, and I don't dress my dog in clothes.
Alright, so I smoothed out the color, and then I'm going to go back to the bench and pull it with the ice pick to make a decoration on it.
Erin said, yes, I appreciate being able to still go out. And Bobby said, soon people will be complaining about it being too hot.
Exactly.
Oh, yes. Barry said, no shopping, but we did go out and throw snowballs at each other. All right.
That's good.
Didn't get lost in the snow.
Alright, so I'm going to heat this back up again to smooth out the lines from the feathering. So again, this is the reheating chamber is hotter than the furnace. Furnace, like I said, is 2050. And the reheating chamber, we do not have a temperature, a parameter on it that measures temperature. But I can tell by just the different colors. Like this is more yellow than that. So it's hotter, probably hotter by about 100 degrees or so.
So Patty Shocked said 7 inches of snow, but 17 inches in the next town over.
I thought the Boston area was getting hit hard. My mom said they were talking about, she had 15 yesterday, and they were talking about 4 feet, which I kind of don't think that's going to happen. All right, so you see that the feathers are now swirling around the piece. just all depends on where you are.
Bobby said snow is evil.
Ice is evil.
That's fair.
Ice is tricky.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to blow into the pipe, and I'm going to come over it again and scan that bubble. So you see that I have it so that the bubble just comes up right around the pipe. I don't want it too deep because I want that bottom part to be the stem.
Patty said Connecticut got hit worse than Massachusetts.
Okay. So I'm going to now put the jack line in, which is where it comes off of the pipe, and also the neck.
So Erin said, coming from Key West, it's extremely cold to her, even in the 30s.
I would guess so.
Oh, so Cherie said that she noticed on Blown Away, they listed the reheating chamber as 1800
Yeah,
degrees.
that's wrong.
And
I noticed that too, and I wrote them and said, you guys are wrong. I did.
That's excellent. She also said, what kind of effect does that much difference from yours have?
Much difference.
The
No,
1800 to the 22.
There's no way that their reading chamber's 1800. It's wrong. So I'm going to pull out the shoulder of the edge.
Barry said the area around Crawfish Fest got around 30 inches.
Okay. In Jersey. So I'm going to measure that neck. So the neck is just about right. I'm going to heat it up a little bit more and blow out that shoulder a little bit more. Yeah, 1800 would look a lot more orange, and it wouldn't. Theirs were actually look hotter than I have it here. So I know that they're wrong.
I know sometimes the color on the screen comes across different because when I look at them through the screen, it looks like the furnace is more yellow than the.
Really?
Yeah.
But I know for a fact that they wouldn't be able to do their reheats with an 1800.
So, Cherie said it did show a different temperature at the beginning of the first episode, closer to 2000 or 2100, but then every other time it was 1800.
That's what it should be. It should be around 2200.
And then Bobby said, no one noticed I made it to class on time. I noticed. I said you said hi.
Day for the day. All right. One more time. I'm trying to push up the shoulder a little bit. I'd like that shoulder a little bit higher.
Mm-hmm. Patty said, asked, how many pieces do you make a day?
Depends on the pieces. Today I made 6 or 7. But like this, which is a lot quicker than I make bases today. So the Atomizer are quicker. So I can make more than 8 of these in a day.
And Erin's asking, what are we making?
We're making Atomizer.
Just like that. So it's the first time I think we've made one of these, and there's a little bit of a different process. So I thought everybody would enjoy it.
So now I'm heating up the bottom part, which I want to pull out and make my stem. So I left the ball on the bottom, and I'm going to use that to grab with the jacks and stretch out. So I'm pulling away from the piece. that off just so it doesn't get too thin. Make sure that's good. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to heat up the little ball on the end. And then gather the foot on. And then come back over here and use the footing tool to squeeze the foot. So, I'll be right back.
And just one little tip. Of course, the atomizers are perfect for perfumes. They're dainty and delicate, but you can also use them for bartending things when you have to spritz glasses and get all fancy. And they make a perfect addition for that too. Your bar will be beautiful.
So you see I just got a little bit of glass on the foot. Covering that ball. And I use this tool to squeeze it. Flat.
Tish said that she thought he was smelling it at first. Not sure what that's in reference to. Tish, you're gonna have to catch me up.
I'm gonna flash the whole piece right now.
All right. Bobby was asking if you make chess pieces.
I make what?
Chess pieces.
No. I have some friends who make like huge chess pieces, like.
Ooh,
big.
that sounds fun.
Yeah.
And Barry says, "Ooh, squeeze me."
Alright, so just straightening that foot out so it sits flat. And because the foot is hotter, because that's the fresh glass, I'm just cooling it off a little bit. And then I'm going to heat the whole thing up and iridize it, and then I'll be back in a second.
So Cherie said cool, and Erin said wow, and Leslie said that's so cool. And then Tish clarified. She said when you were blowing on the piece earlier, she thought you were smelling it.
Yeah. That's how I just tested it out.
It's the gold and white color that we're using today. I think they're just so pretty. Coming back. I hope I didn't make anybody dizzy with that move. Bobby said Beau and Boudreaux are also watching.
Oh, really? Bobby's animals.
I was going to ask if they were dogs.
Yep.
Shaw sneaking in late and sitting in the back.
Bob, you'll point him out. All right, so that's pretty much it. But I'm actually going to make one more because this one has a bubble in it I don't like.
Oh no!
So I'm going to take this one off. And if you want to stick around, that would be wonderful.
Sorry, Carrie.
I know some people came in late.
Leslie was asking how much these are.
Ooh.
And I honestly can't remember at the moment. I'm sorry.
I think they're $99 on Etsy.
I don't know. We've got them on our website too. I'll have to check. I'll respond in the comments when I get back to my desk.
So because I was so confident that that one would go really well, I don't have another pipe in the pipe warmer, so I'm going
Well, you know, if that one's not good, I'll take it. Shatney said that piece is gorgeous, and Erin was asking where the bubble was.
There was a bubble up actually, you might not even see it, but it was up high, so I don't know if the cap is going to cover it or not, but because we have it for an order, I want to make another one so we get the order out. So it just, I'd rather be safe than sorry. We could sell both of them. We sell the extra one.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Cherie was asking, can you make a wine glass or champagne flute on the live?
The wine glasses really are only we only make the stems, because the cups are chemically bonded on top, which is a fancy name for glue. So there's really not a whole lot to show. So let that get warmed up a little bit more.
Barry said, how much you got? I guess for the price of the...
Right.
And Bobby said, if it was purple, Darcy, you could have it.
Alright, so the end is hot. And we'll get some more glass.
Yeah, Cherie said she wondered about that.
About...
I'm guessing the goblet part on top of the stem.
Yeah. I mean, we can do goblets, all blown, but it's very time consuming, and they tend to get very expensive. So I like making pieces that people enjoy and live with and want to use rather than just put in a cabinet. So I'm blowing it to the end again, trapping the air, and the air is coming out. So you see the bubble in there.
Christy Edwards saying, sneaking in later than Shaw. And that's all right.
Where Christy was.
It's a perfect day to do it because we've already made one, but we're doing a second today.
Exactly.
We get a twofer.
It's a twofer. So we're letting it cool off. We're going to do a lot of twofers here. The one where we're going to put his face on the milk carton is Corey.
Corey, yeah. Well, hopefully Corey's busy at work.
Hopefully. Or skiing, one or the other.
Fair.
So you see, it's lost the color. We'll get the second gather on top.
Woohoo! Corey said, I just got here. Welcome, Corey.
Cancel the milk cartons.
Well, he said, here, but I hear you.
So anyway, and if you are watching the Blown Away series, or a show, or a competition, whatever they're calling it, and if you have any questions about that, I've watched it. I watched it when I binged it the day it came out. Was it been 2 weeks, I guess? So if you have any questions about the things that went on there, I can hopefully answer those also.
I do love that they actually had a torch worker on, and he held his own for a good bit. Yeah.
I love the tattoo with the shot. So I'm heating the color in and just melting it into the piece.
So Erin was asking what channel it's on. She hasn't heard of it.
It's on Netflix.
It's a Netflix original show, and this is season 2. Let's see. Bobby said, "You mean if you want to learn the right way, ask Mark."
You don't want to go through the made-for-TV version.
Yeah. Corey said that. Oh, sorry.
They do take some liberties and do have a lot that they don't show.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, for the average person, they're making it spectacles, which is really what they're doing.
Yeah. I mean, for
Glass can be.
the large pieces and amount of pieces that they have to do for each episode, there's a lot of editing that has to go in there and take it down. So, Corey said the people on season 2 were awesome, but I think the quality and technical skills on season 1 was better.
Probably. Yeah, I mean, my beef would be that they have such a varied group. I mean, you're going to have a competition, you have people that have a lot more skill and experience.
Yeah. Carrie is a very good question, and I have wondered this myself. I want.
Question?
Huh?
Barry?
No, Carrie.
Oh, okay.
She wants to know how they can break a piece 3 hours in and then have a piece completed in an hour. That same replacement piece.
I wish I knew that.
I have that same question.
Everybody has that question. it's yeah. It might not be the piece they originally intended that they end up with.
That's fair. Okay. Erin said that's why that would be why she doesn't know she doesn't have Netflix.
Aha. Okay, so I'm spinning it so the color goes around. Heat it up again and put my bubble in with the air trap.
Leslie was asking what the name of the show was.
Blown away.
And Carrie said, TV magic.
Right? It's like, you know, when you get Big Show, you put it in the oven, put it in the top oven, you take it out of the bottom of it, and it's already done.
Yeah, and you have to use jazz hands when you say that.
Right.
Magic. Corey was asking what was your favorite piece made from the show. And let's stick with season 2 right now.
I have to think about that. I like the girl's piece with the Marine.
Yeah.
Forget her name. And I kind of like the final piece by.
I never remember names,
by
so.
I like this final piece.
The Brit.
Yeah. So I'm using the jacks to pull away from the mouth of the pipe. And I'm cutting the foot in after I make the neck because the foot stays hotter because the pipe is sucking heat from it, and the foot stays hotter. The farther away from the pipe you are, the hotter it stays.
Okay, so we talked about your favorite piece from the show.
Oh, don't tell me worse.
I'm curious. This is for me. I was curious.
I'm gonna have to watch the show again.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody bitched and complained about the pencil piece.
Yes! That was going to be my complaint.
Technically, it was a very nice piece, but it didn't answer.
Right.
It didn't answer the problem.
He didn't go again with the rules.
Right. So, I mean, if you're going strictly by the rules, yeah, that would be. But it was technically, it was a very well done piece, but it wasn't the parameters of the challenge.
Yeah.
So I was using the back of the jacks to cool off the bottom part and force the air into the shoulder of the piece. I'm gonna do that one more time.
Corey said the lamp artist's infinity sign was cool, was very cool, and I agree with that. I was surprised he didn't win that one.
Yeah.
That challenge day. I thought that was beautiful. Tish said it wasn't the assignment. If you can't tell, that was our biggest complaint in that episode.
You guys were yelling at the TV?
Yes, we were.
I might have to watch the show back again because I kind of, you know, I binged it, and just because I wanted to see, I wanted to go through and see who won.
Yeah.
So I might go through it again, maybe this weekend, and pay more attention.
Yeah.
I mean, there were pieces that I really liked, but I, you know, off the top of my head, I can't figure it out.
Bobby said, "Damn, now I have to watch it." Now, Cherie, this is a very good point, Cherie. She said, "I loved that technique that the guy who was the teacher, the kind of arrogant guy, used that looked like shrink wrapping. That was pretty cool."
Yeah. So I am pulling that ball away from the pipe. No, I'm not smelling it, Tish.
Corey said that was insane, no doubt.
I mean, you know, for me, and it's just personal. I'm going to heat up the bottom. That's not what I'm talking about. I got really flashback to art school where people, if you can justify a bad piece, you were given credit. I'm more a technician, and if you have something that's technically good, that's great. But if your piece screws up, and then say, "Well, I wanted it broken and didn't really and planned it to be broken," I can find that being kind of bullshit. All right, I'm going to gather the foot on the bottom.
So Corey was asking that, as an owner, do you ever get a little annoyed with the amount of waste that they have, though? Have the amount of waste that they have on the show.
Amount of
waste.
Waste. I don't strip into like they do when they come out of the furnace and they strip the glass off and let it drip into a bucket. I don't do that here because, you know, I pay for every ounce of glass, so I don't like wasting it like that.
Yep, Corey says he gets annoyed at that too.
I'm squeezing the footing tool, and that squeezes the foot, and then I'm pulling it out a little bit so it sits on the outer rim of the foot, and it sits solid on the table. Yeah, when you're not paying for the glass or the color or whatever, it's very easy to not worry. Again, I'm flattening out the paddle. Trying to even the heat out a little bit. I'm going to cool that off a little bit, and then take my last flash and then go iridise it.
I'm in your way. Sorry. One more. Yeah, so we'll see what's coming. And then Thursday, I think we'll probably be able to show you.
It's just it's a thin metal coating that's put on the hot glass that sticks to the glass and then reacts to the heat and gives you that metallic sheen that we have on the piece. So that's what gives it that metallic look. And I'm going to straighten the foot up one more time.
Well, that's not a dumb question, Rachel. She wants to know, how long does the furnace take to heat up?
From cold?
From cold, let's go with that.
It takes about 5 days for it to heat up. but you have to heat it. You don't heat it up with glass in it. So then it takes another 2 or 3 days to load it with glass. So it's about a week or so to go from a cold furnace to one that you are working out of. So we don't turn the furnace off. Furnace stays on 24/7, hopefully. And I just put glass in every other night or so to keep up with the glass that we've taken out. It's little water with a diamond file and a tap. Next one's off, and then that's the other one. And this is called an annealing oven, and the annealing oven is 920 degrees or so, and it stays in there overnight. The temperature equalizes across the piece at 920, and then it slowly cools down to room temperature over about 16 hours or so. And then it's cool to touch, and we can do whatever we need to fit it or grind it or whatever we need to do to finish the piece. So anyway, so that's our atomizers. That's an atomizer twofer. That's our atomizer twofer for today. Are there any other questions? And hopefully you go to if you have Netflix, go on, and it's 10 half-hour shows, and it goes by pretty quickly. So if you can get out and support local businesses, that's great. In your area, in whatever area, if you want to support local businesses, small businesses on the internet, that's wonderful also. If you want to buy glass, we are always at www.rosetreegallery.com. On the internet, Facebook, Rosetree Blown Glass, Instagram, Rosetree Glass Gallery, and on YouTube, all of these are put on YouTube. We must have, what, 70 of these?
Something like that? I've got the exact number.
March 20th will be our year anniversary.
Oh my goodness.
Which is coming up very quickly. I mean, we're in February.
I know. Mardi Gras is 2 weeks away.
So everything is on YouTube, on our YouTube channel, Rosetree Blown Glass Studio and Gallery. So anyway, thank you all for coming. Stay warm. Be careful if you're shoveling. And take care of one another, love one another. Be kind, and we will see you all on Thursday, and we'll have something else for you. So take care. Bye-bye.